Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another fun episode of 30 and Simming. My name is Kayla, and I am so excited to start this challenge. This is one of my favorite challenges. I think I did this when I was in like seventh grade back in the day with like The Sims 1 and then 2, 3, and now of course 4. It is the Insane Asylum challenge. Now, if you don't know anything about this challenge, we're going to go over it a bit as we kind of get introduced to everyone here. To start off, the character we will be playing, because there are 8 characters, I don't even know where to begin. There are 8 characters in this game. Our character is right here. Her name is Kia Matani. Now, if anyone knows any kind of rare Egyptian history, I guess. Kia was the wife of Ramses, I believe, the second. Um, and he wrote poetry to her inscribed on her wall. Well, one of the many wives, obviously. Anyway, she was from Mitanni, and I've always loved that combination of names. So this is Kia. Kia, as you can see, is one of 8 wonderful Sims here at the Simville Insane Asylum. That's a terrible name. That's a horrible name. Okay, so at the Del Sol Insane Asylum. Now, the Del Sol Insane Asylum is set up on a very huge lot right in downtown Del Sol. It's it's an old building, as we can see. It is an old building that the state transformed into a kind of halfway house insane asylum for some Sims, and they did it on the absolute lowest budget they could. I mean, it is a hideous building. I believe it was an old school, probably like a one-room schoolhouse, or it was part of a factory. The history of the building was kind of lost because, again, nobody really cared, and they sure as heck didn't put any money to it. Now, it is not a very attractive building, and the grounds are not exactly clean. There is one huge fence about sim height going all the way around the property, and this gate here, is locked for everyone inside the house. Let's make sure we do that for... No, we don't. We want people to be able to come back in, so never mind. Metaphorically, it is locked for everyone who stays inside this house. Um, so, the Insane Asylum Challenge. Now, I know that this is a two-story looking building, but let's be serious. The second story is not safe enough to hold any people, to hold the weight of anyone. So they got rid of the staircase to the second floor, and they have just left us with the first floor. It is a tiny building for 8 people, and it has horrible plumbing. The pipes are always breaking. There are only single beds done up in donated, very stiff, uncomfortable fabric from a local charity shop. So, of course, we are going to start off with the rules of this game. Let us go over that as we introduce our characters a little bit here. Let us get started. So, the base to this game is we create a household with 8 different Sims. All of them must have the insane trait, and they cannot be self-assured. So every single one of these 8 Sims that you see here has an insane trait, as you can see from one of our friends chit-chatting to herself down there. Ah, God, I don't think patients would be allowed their own cell phones, but that's not something I know how to get rid of, so we're just going to let that one go. Um, all right, so all 8 Sims, insane, not self-assured. Everything else has been randomized about their personalities, but I could not randomize their aspiration, so I just kind of chose their aspiration based off of what their traits were as they were randomized. So the only Sim that we can control of all 8 is our Sim here, Kia Matani, who is now sitting and reading. This is actually her room. You can see that all of the other rooms have these beat up chest of drawers. Kia actually turned hers in and is storing some clothes in the bottom of her bookshelf here. She is, as of right now, on pretty much kind of probation. Like, she is almost ready to go. She's ready to leave. The doctors high up have decided that she is good enough. She's been there long enough, and she has proved her mental sanity, her health long enough. Oh God, I forgot how loud this is going to be. For her to get to leave and return to normal society. So the rules of this, of course, involve that there is only one sim I can control of all 8. Only Kia can be controlled. Everybody else is completely on their own. We have, double checking, sent the, where are we? Gameplay, have set the autonomy to full so that, of course, all of the Sims can kind of take care of themselves, hopefully, as they go. So the other rules involve the house, the building. No one is allowed to leave this property, including Kia, unless well, no one else is allowed to leave at all, but Kia's allowed to leave only to go to work. Every other sim has to stay here entirely. That's the only time I'm allowed to go on and control a sim is if they leave the property. But that's not normally something I see Sims doing very often anyway. So we might actually, just to kind of keep this simpler, we might lock the door for everyone so that we're all stuck in here, and then we'll just have to transport Kia out when she goes to work. That will keep things simpler because they are technically locked in here. So other aspects of this, when I created the house, they're only allowed to have 5 bedroom spots, 5 sleeping spots, 6 seats, and as we can see, there are 5, 1, 2, 3 girl beds, 2 boy beds. Obviously, the gender is not discriminatory here, but Kia is going to claim that one. We're going to see if that helps at all. We're only allowed 1 bathroom with a single sink, a single toilet, and a single tub, not a shower. We have to have the absolute cheapest stove and the absolute cheapest fridge, no smoke alarms whatsoever in the building, and only allowed 5 skill building objects. So as you can see, we have a microphone because of Kia's aspiration. We have a television because you're only allowed 1 television or computer. And I chose television for now. If we need a computer at some point, we can always sell the television and use it to buy a really low-end computer. Um, there are also only, as I mentioned, 6 seats, and only one of those can be nappable. So if we put this up, you'll see the kind of horrible brick building and bare floors with this wall right here. These 2 are unpainted. I'm gonna fix that actually because that was not on purpose. I can't deal with that. There's no way that there wouldn't be bricks, particularly if this whole building is just made of bricks. Like, you wouldn't have bare walls that are just not brick there unless somebody added them in. But anyway, so back to the game. Okay, so the goal of this is, with all of these things, which you are never allowed to change, you can improve things. Uh, if you want, you are allowed to like buy a slightly better bed with the money you make at work. And you had to start with under $1,000. I ended up, after building, I ended up at 816. I still feel like that's a little bit high. Like, I could buy a better bed with that. So I think I'm just gonna waste some money on some like plants and stuff outside to kind of get it down, because I think this is a lot more fun if you start with way less money. So we'll just put a bunch of wild grass up here and just kind of make this whole place look a little bit grosser and get us down to like 100 just about. Can we do that? Because I'd rather start off a little bit harder. There's something really fun about struggling in The Sims. Okay, so 116 bucks. That seems a little bit more fair. We'll just kind of make some grassy areas here. Okay. Okay, so now we're about down to 116. I'm not going to sell any of the plants and rocks out here unless I'm like building something at some point, but we can't really do that. So the only options right now are to get a job for Kia. But while I start off here, let us get to know a little bit more about our Sims. Kia, come out here and we'll have a quick look at you. Let's go outside. Okay, so this is our main sim, the only one I am allowed to control. Again, her name is Kia Matani. I absolutely love her. I think she's super duper cute. I love her goofy little hair and her little pigtails. As you can see, they're also all in uniforms. Every single one of them has a very specific uniform. For the girls, it is set, for the boys as well. And then they have uniforms. The only change of clothes they are allowed, they have 1 fancy dress, in case they decide to go out for fancy dress parties, which they don't get to use and they're not authorized to use unless there is a really big event, or if some donors or some health inspectors come to examine the building, then they can get dressed up a little bit by authorization of the doctors. Other than that, they also have a bathing suit because, Like you have to have a bathing suit just in case. But all the girls have very simple white ones and the boys have very simple shorts. Okay, so our main sim Kiyomitani here, her ultimate wish is to become a master actress. She wants to get top-notch famous, and that's perfect because she lives in Del Sol Valley. She lives in the movie central of the sim world, and so she is going to do great. She's gonna get there. This is the perfect place to do that. She's always dreamed of being a movie star since she was a little kid. She grew up in Del Sol Valley around all of these amazing actresses, and that's actually the reason that she was admitted to this asylum. When she was very young, probably about 16, Kia might have taken a bit too much of a liking to a star, to her favorite actor. And she, although she wasn't in love with him per se, because, well, she just wasn't, she felt like they were best friends and she wasn't aware of the difference, the space that there should have been between the two of them. And she ended up stalking him until the court said either she would she got well basically he got a restraining order against her, and then the court told her she had to either go into the insane asylum and recover, or she had to go to prison for breaking that restraining order so many times. So she ended up here because of that, and it's been a while. It's probably been about 10 years. She's probably about 26 at this point. And she's kind of grown up, and being here amongst all these people, really going to therapy and learning has taught her the difference between idolizing someone and stalking someone. And she still has slip-ups now and again. She is still pretty insane, but now she thinks she's ready, and the doctors think she's ready to kind of be readmitted into society. So her main goal is to be a master actress. That is what we have to do to get her out of this house. We have to get her to that master actress, finish all of these different aspiration levels, and that is super exciting. So just a bit more about Kia. Right now, she is, of course, unknown, and she has a neutral reputation. She's not well known in the area. She is erratic. They can talk to themselves, of course, unpredicted emotions. That is naturally in her. The ability to be erratic will always be with her. The day that she leaves this asylum, though, the day she leaves Del Sol Asylum, that erratic trait will be gone because she will have cured herself of it. The same goes for anyone else in this house if they leave, but of course we're not going to control them. But at any point, if any of them complete their ambitions, this is just a rule I've added for myself. If they somehow magically complete their ambitions, or if Kia befriends someone and helps them meet their ambitions, they get to leave and they're cured of their erratic trait as well. Kia is also very cheerful. She tends to be happier than other Sims, and she is super ambitious. Hence, why she was such a super big fan of becoming an actress. She's a muser as well, because of her trait, because of her ambition, and she gets better boost to her skills when she's inspired. So that's pretty cool. So let's take a look at the house. This is the only time I'm going to select these people so we can get a better feel for them. This right here, this fine gentleman, is Mr. Dave Gill. Oh, hello. This is Mr. Dave Gill. He's reading a book. Dave is a genius and paranoid, and erratic, of course, and he is a quick learner. So his is to, I guess, to be Renaissance him because he's a genius and he's paranoid. So I think he's going to be an interesting character. I don't know too much about what Jill's background is, but judging by this scar on his lip here, he had an interesting story to tell. All right, get out of here, Tab. Next up is Oscar Adams. Oscar, as you can see, is a little bit of a fiery guy. Oscar, he is a fitness buff. He is active and paranoid. That came up as well when I was randomizing everything. The active paranoid combination I loved. He is a gym bro. I mean, he's been in some fights, as we can tell. He's strong. He is ambitious. He is the dude and the bro, and he is ready for a fight at all time. He is very intense, and his ultimate ambition is to be a bodybuilder, so he's going to hopefully work out quite a bit around here, but he is erratic as well. So I think he hasn't shared his story as to why he got in here. Dave Gill kind of makes up a different story. Going back to Dave Gill, he makes up a different story every time someone asks him why he was admitted, and since everyone's records are private, it's just kind of rumor and hearsay amongst all the young adults living here, and adults. Dave is one of the oldest. Oscar, however, has not told us why he is here. He has not explained his backstory. He won't even hint at it. But it is insinuated that something very violent happened to him that caused him to kind of choose this or prison. Next up is Rhiannon de Leon. Where is she? Rhiannon, where are you? Rhiannon There she is. Rihanna DeLeon is she's a much more relaxed kind of girl. I think her personality is a foodie and clumsy, and she wants to be a chef. So her story that she tells everyone, she seems to have worked in a kitchen, and she just started stealing a lot of the food to keep going as she was starting off early in her chef career. She was eating and feeding her family and her brothers and sisters. And when she went to court after she was caught stealing, she was innocent. It's hard to explain. She is crazy to an extent. She thinks that she can just take whatever she wants. She thinks that anything she or her family needs is totally free. Why would she not be able to feed her kid brother the extra food that was in the kitchen? And because her lawyers claimed insanity, the charges were placed that she should be sent to the Del Sol Asylum until she learns kind of the issue or the problem of theft being an illegal thing. She's actually quite sweet. She's pretty friendly. She's relatively nice. And she only has only been here for a couple weeks. She's still kind of new to the whole system here. Next up is Deacon Applegate. Deacon is erratic, squeamish, and cheerful. So he's a pretty happy dude, but he's also very squeamish, and he has some crazy mood swings. Either he is ready to play, in a good mood, feeling great, or he is angry and scared, and his emotions are all over the place. He had such crazy mood swings when he was in school that he ended up getting into a lot of fights with the other students, and he needed a lot of help, but unfortunately, his parents, who are both very wealthy landowners in Del Sol, didn't want their son to kind of get in their way. So they sent him to the Del Sol Insane Asylum, kind of to get him out of their life because he wasn't, as horrible parents as they are, he was cramping their lifestyle. So they sent him away to the state and they just kind of paid his way off. So he doesn't have a time of when he's going to leave. He doesn't really have a diagnosis except that he's very moody. And he's just kind of stuck here until his rich parents decide that he can come back to their house. All right. Over here is Aishwarya Reddy. Aishwarya is where are we? She's a neat and erratic, family-oriented girl. We don't really know her backstory or why she's here. In fact, Kia would say that she's one of the most normal people she's ever met. She's calm, she's relatively shy, she keeps to herself, she tends to clean up a little bit after everybody, and she's just a very wallflower kind of a person. So we don't know why she's here. We don't know what she did to be here. But as far as Kia is concerned, she's just a normal girl, and she hasn't really done anything to stand out just yet. All right, our seventh. This guy's. I'm very excited for this character. So this guy would be Robin Redkey. That was a randomized name. I'm just saying it went Robin and then Redkey, and I had to keep that. And they also, it was of course randomized personality traits of romantic and snobby, along with the erratic, the erratic trait. He is quite a character. So Robin is actually from kind of like I guess the East Coast of the Sim world. He's from what I would say the old school Sims 1 neighborhood. His family is a very large kind of Irish descendant family. He comes from a family of about 16 different Sims, and he grew up as the youngest of them all. He just had a really hard life because there were so many people in his family. He felt very ignored, and the way that he got attention was by at conning people. He's just a really good liar. He is so good. The stuff he can say will get women into his bed in an instant. He'll get men into his bed in an instant. He gets money. He can do whatever he wants with his words. The problem is one day he tried to con a police officer. Now, I wouldn't call Robin insane so much as extremely good at what he does. But he pled insanity at the case where he had been trying to talk. I believe the details where he was trying to talk a police officer into stealing something for him. He didn't know this person was a police officer at the time, but he tried to talk this police officer into stealing something from a store for him. And I think then he was dealing drugs in an alleyway. It was there were a lot of charges against him at that one case. But he pled insanity, and he has been here for about 7 years. So he and Kia have kind of been here relatively within the same time. They've been the two here they've been here the longest of all eight. And the last sim we got here is Miss Tess Sutton. She is the youngest of everyone at the Del Sol Asylum. She is adorable. She's very young. She's probably only about 18, I believe. She is erratic. She's a music lover, and she is outgoing. She's kind of has the same general history as Kia. The only difference being that Tess actually was famous. She was a child star in some old Sim Station family TV shows. She played the baby in a lot of shows, and she just grew up in a world that was really kind of nuts, and it took its toll on her. She was probably 4 when she started in her first commercial, and she was 6 years old when she started her first television show. I mean, her parents, who kind of put her into this life, didn't really help her. They didn't give her anything, and she was probably thrown into a lot of parties where there maybe were some adult things going on and some drugs and some alcohol, and it was just too much, and she had a mental breakdown. So she's erratic because of her situation. So she's 18, and she's just kind of gotten here a couple weeks ago. She's only been here for a little while, and she's just recovering from how stardom treated her. So that is the opening and the beginning. You've kind of met the crew, met the world, and we are going to officially switch to Kia Matani. We're going to get her a job, and we are going to see how this turns out. So, let's join a career. So yeah, this is one of my absolute favorite. Just pick the actress. One of my favorite challenges to do. There's something really fun about just having to keep everyone in the same terrible house. Let's go with the everyday extras. There's just something great about the chaos that ensues and how quickly people can die. Oh, that's another rule of the challenge. If somebody passes away, you have to replace them with another sim. So we get to go and make another sim. We're not allowed to have any pets. Heartbreak. And you're not allowed to obviously get pregnant because the family is going to be full. So it's just going to be chaos and noise that I can't control for a long time. Let's see. Go jogging. Can you just jog around the house here? Oh, no, you can't. Okay. All right, so we're going to have to switch this out. We're going to have to... Now, we're only allowed 5 trait building things. So we have a bookshelf, 1, and then an easel, 2, 3, 4. Now, I counted the stove as a trait building object, but since that's one of the requirements, I'm not entirely sure. I think we can house rule that it is or it isn't. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know if this counts as a trait builder or not, because I mean, technically you build your cooking on it, right? So it is, but it's also a requirement that you get that stove. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know what? We're gonna say that it's not. We're gonna say that it's not. Or no, we can't. But I just want something that people can build their fitness off of. Fish trap, not helpful. Okay, what do we need? Let's just get a punching bag. We're gonna get a punching bag. We'll sell you, and we'll sell the other one, so that we have a bit of money. So this is that will be our thing. We're gonna start with less money, but we have a punching bag. Cool. So people can just get some of their anger out, hopefully. And that's 5, not including the stove. I don't know if that's an official rule or not. Somebody can tell me. I feel like that's probably been discussed on numerous boards. In some of the versions of this that I've done in different Sims games, and like the third 3 and such. Oh, okay, we've come to you with some seasoned advice from a seasoned talent. In fact, we pulled it directly out of our well-suited talent agency's handbook. Before any actor can take the stage and prove they are a celebrity, they must first audition. Check for new auditions daily via your phone or the career panel. Pay attention to the recommended skill posted with the audition. It will help you to pass your audition. After a successful audition, the gig will be scheduled for filming the following day. Okay. Oh, all right. Do we want to start with a Salty Suds commercial? Or I'm making music. Well, we're gonna go salty suds because we're not gonna have time to build anything. Oh, we can't build, we don't have a mirror. We can't build charisma. We're gonna have to talk to people to build our charisma. Here, let's be friends with Aishwarya because I just really like her. Like I made I made this sim and I like fell in love with her a little bit immediately. I just think she's really pretty and she seems really nice. Alright, so we're going to befriend Ashwara and hopefully we can build up our charisma by just talking to her because we don't have a mirror. We have this to build up acting and singing and jokes. That's so much better than just a mirror. Or you should keep the walls up so we kind of get a feel for how this is. Oh, thank God. Okay, so why am I making a joke about peeing myself? Well, Kia is. I gotta stop saying my. I don't know why I do that either. So we're gonna chit-chat with her. Let's see if we can keep brightening her day. The things with the sunglasses are what, yeah, is what makes charisma skill. So let's do that. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, this is my favorite skill to do. My favorite challenge, I mean, to do on The Sims because it's just fun. It's so fun for the chaos. Oh my god, I love it. I've done it numerous times on The Sims 1 and then The Sims 4, or excuse me, The Sims 3. The Sims 3 was really good for it as well. So, classic. Super excited to be back. Now, has anyone else played this before? Like, has anyone done this challenge and, like, succeeded? I always do because I get so sucked into the game. Like, I get so sucked into it. So has anyone else ever done this? Yeah, maybe, and finished it? Tell me about it. Tell me what happened to you guys and if anyone died. I've never had anyone die. I'll say that. I've never had a sim die while I do these challenges, and I would really like for that to happen. I'd love for that to happen in this game. Anyway. Alright, so before everyone starts to have to go to the bathroom, because that's going to happen all at once. Oh, she's going... Okay, well, Aishwarya, you can use the bathroom. You're fine. Dude, stop. I don't know why I bought this. You better get really good at that, because I'm going to get sick of that music. I might just have to sell that. I don't want it. Okay, so Kia's going to cook some food for everybody, and we're going to clean up some books. I also saw someone say that you weren't allowed to clean up for your Sims in this challenge. I don't remember that. I'm not going to follow that, because I can't handle the clutter of books, particularly. Like, if there's dishes everywhere, fine, they can do their own dishes, but they just bring books out and just leave them everywhere, so I'm not letting that happen. I will make a deal. I won't clean any of the dishes. I won't pull those to the trash or anything, but I am pulling books. I will definitely pull books. Okay. So she's eating a little bit. Good. Keep eating. Other people will eat eventually. I love that they're all just like talking to themselves. This is going to be chaos. Oh, she's super mad. It's okay, Tess. I know you're super mad that you have to be here, and I'm sorry your parents didn't pick a better one for you. They didn't pick a nicer one. Nope. It's okay, Aishwarya. It's okay. So let's keep talking to Aishwarya because we want to build up our charisma, and I want her to be my friend. Like, I think that Kia would get a real comfort from making a friend in here, and also, oh my god, she's gorgeous. She's just so beautiful. Oh god. Oh god, I should not have got a violin. I regret it. I made so many regrets, guys. So many regrets. Oh, Dave's learning to cook. Good. Dave, cook for us. But you just used my money. Oh, that's right. It's everyone's money. It's not just mine. Oh no. Alright, that's fine. Kia, get up, go to the bathroom. And then maybe have yourself... Well, when is your audition? 12 p.m. on Monday. Okay, so it's today. So we gotta get our charisma up, and I don't know how to do that without a mirror. I might have to sell that stupid violin. I think that would be a good idea. Ooh, eat the garden salad that he left there. Darn it! Screw you, Robin. We're gonna have so many issues. So many issues. Anyway, have some animal crackers. That's your breakfast. What was that noise? That was a weird noise. Anyway. Uh-oh. Oh, no, 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 no. We gotta extinguish. We gotta keep him alive. Should we? You know what? Let's see what happens. I'm not gonna... She would want to help him. Oh no, Robin fell asleep. Aishwara! Aishwara, you're a hero! Oh, girl, I am falling in love with this sim. Oh my god. Um, hey girl, so can I give you a hug for being a hero? Oh my god. So you received $150 as insurance payment for the items that were broken in the fire. Ooh, we can replace the counter, but we don't have a stove for a while. That's good to know. Hopefully after the audition. Man, you almost died. Where are you? Are you... Yeah, you better be showering. Look at you. Your blonde hair is singed. Oh, you poor kid. Like, you are so unlucky. I mean, you seem fine. Oh, man. Like, he just... Like, his family just left him here. That poor kid. Like, he just wants to live a normal life, and because he's kind of snooty, his parents just... Oh, that's so sad. And that happens. That's what's even more sad. Like, I'm making this up, but, like, that happens more than one would guess. What are you so upset about? Oh, eating poorly made food. Yeah, well, you know, welcome to the world. Go complain to your friend about it. Go vent. Be like, Aishwarya, I'm so sick of this terrible food at this horrible state-run housing nonsense. What do you want to do? You want to go on vacation yet? No, we don't have the money for vacation. You want to buy a bee box. Is that it? Well, we'll look at that. We'll look at that. You need to take a bath, and you want to tell a story to yourself. So let's tell a story to yourself. Little things. Nope. Why can't I tell a story to myself? There we go. Okay, tell a story to yourself. Well, there's nowhere to cook, guys. Stop wasting all of our money on stuff. Go take a bubble bath. You need to take a bubble bath and chill. Telling a story to yourself. Alright, now take a bath. Oof, we don't have the money. And of course they're not going to send anybody to fix it. Like, of course they're not going to send anyone. Ooh, I tried to clean up a dish. I didn't, though. I didn't. Okay. Alright, 2 hours. 2 hours. So we need to find someone and talk to them and discuss our interests. Okay, we need to... Where's the thing? Where's the thing? I don't know why I didn't do this. We need to talk. Get to know. Okay, can you do the deep conversation? Oh no, my audition starts in an hour and I don't think I have. I only have charisma level 1. Where are all my options for charisma? Gosh, darn it, we're in trouble. Ooh, what was that music? Oh, she peed herself. Ooh, why does that keep happening? Everybody has to pee. Oh no, the toilet's clogged. I gotta repair the toilet before I go to... Oh no, my audition's coming. Well, I guess there's no toilet for a while. This is gonna be chaos. Okay, no! Oh, because I couldn't go because the door was locked. Boo. Alright, let's get another one. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Charisma level 2, fitness level 2, comedy. Let's do that, because we can tell jokes, and we can practice jokes. And when is that audition? Okay. Alright, guys, so I think this is going to wrap it up for now. I will see you in a couple of days for our next episode of this, hopefully very exciting challenge, where we're gonna start doing some drama. We're going to start causing some drama next time, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Kayla. You've been, of course, watching 30 and Simming. Feel free to comment down if there's any suggestions you have or if you've got an idea for cool things we could do to make it a little bit more spicy, maybe some drama to keep things going. And of course subscribe and do all of that other stuff that Facebook, excuse me, YouTube. What is the youth on anymore? I don't know what social media platform we use. YouTube tells you to do. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful night.